Hi everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sian. Very good morning. So, how are you all? Hope everyone is doing fine and feeling good. Here we are discussing the daily 20 MCQ series of GK Today application completely in English. And the topics that we are discussing are a rare migratory bird, recent summits in news including Bharat Jan Summit and 81st Annual General Meeting of IATA, the place in news that is Raigad Fort and Mount Edna. The days in news, in cultural news, we will discuss the Kheer Bhavani festival, the science updates, the highlight of the day, the work property registration, and its static part. In sports news, we will discuss the Pardeep Narwal, who recently announced his retirement. Recently, D. Gukesh has defeated the Magnus Carlsen, and the state updates, the major organization in news, and that is Mercosur. With which country is it associated? Telangana Formation Day, recent Tiger Reserve in news, and many others. So, with each question here, we are discussing the static part and relating it with the previous current affair. Here we go. But first of all, let's discuss the answer of the last day quiz, and it is the first one. What is the name of portal introduced by central government for work property registration? And that is answer is option number A, the Ummid portal. So the center recently launched Umeed portal on 6th of June 2025. Basic its agenda is to digitalize and simplify the registration of work properties in line with the Work Amendment Act 2025. Here the Umeed stands for Unified Work Management, Empowerment, Efficiency and Development. Overall, it is a centralized digital platform created to register, monitor and regulate work properties across India, and which cabinet ministry is associated with the work property registration, and it is the Ministry of Minority Affairs. So it will manage it in coordination with the state work boards and the judicial authorities. And that's why, just because of Umeed portal, the work property registration is again in news. So with this question, here we are discussing the work property registration static part, basically the static part that is related with the work. So can you tell me in which year was the Work Act originally enacted in India? And that is some 1954. So there are 3 years that is very important and it is related with the work only. The first one is 1954 because the first Work Board Act came into force in 1954. Further, in 1995, it was amended by the Workforce Act 1995. So the next year is 1995, and current regulation of the work property registration is associated with the Work Act 1995, right? And the third one is the 1964 because a central level council was formed, and that is the Central Work Council in 1964 under the Work Act 1954, and it is operated by the Ministry of Minority Affairs, whose current cabinet minister is Kiran Rijiju, right? Overall, recently the work property registration was in news because a bill is proposed to amend 44th section of the Work Act 1995, and that's why a major controversy in India regarding work boards and its property registration process, right? Please note there are two major government schemes under Ministry of Minority Affairs for work boards and its property registration process. The first one is Kwame Works Board Tarikati scheme. Its main objective is to digitalize manpower hiring and grants in aid with the Work Board and its property registration process. The second scheme is Shahari Work Sampati Vikas Yojana, and its objective is interest-free loan commercial project support. Overall, Waqf is India's third largest land holder after railways and defense. Moving on, here we are discussing major portals in news, and that are National Sports Repository System portal operates under which ministry, and that is Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, whose current cabinet minister is Mansukh Mandavia. The government e-marketplace portal was launched by which ministry, and that is Ministry of Commerce and Industry, which state has emerged as the leading state in the mobile recovery through the Central Equipment Identity Register portal, and that state is Telangana. Which ministry has launched Deepo Darpan portal, Anmitra app, and Ann Sahayata platform to improve India's public distribution system? And that is Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, whose cabinet minister is Prahlad Joshi. He is also handling the Ministry of Renewable Energy. The next is which state government recently launched cybercrime refund portal and iPragati to improve governance and law enforcement, and that is Gujarat. Centralized Information Management System portal was introduced by which institution, and that is Reserve Bank of India. A major portal in news to monitor food storage depots in real time, and that is Depot Durban, right? Moving on, the next one, Mercosur is a regional economic organization based in which continent? So, a major organization, or basically it is associated with the South America. So, recently Mercosur is in news because the Prime Minister of India, the PM Modi, discussed the Paraguay's president expanding the trade agreement with Mercosur. Basically, here Mercosur stands for the Southern Common Market, and basically it is a South American regional economic group formed in some 1991 by the Treaty of Asuncion. So major treaty in news, and that is the Treaty of Asuncion, because Mercosur is founded by the Treaty of Asuncion. Basically its goal is to allow free movement of goods, services, capital and people among members. Overall, the original members of Mercosur, originally they are Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay and Uruguay. Basically there are two types of member, the full member and the associated members for the Mercosur, and basically its full members are Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay and Uruguay. Please note, Venezuela is a full member but has been suspended since 1st of December 2016, and its associated members are Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Panama, Peru and the Suriname. They are the associated countries with the Mercosur, the regional trade organization. The headquarters of Mercosur, basically it is located at Montevideo in Uruguay, and basically the founding year is the 1991 and the associated treaty is the Treaty of Asuncion. Do you remember the Treaty of Maastricht? Because we have discussed it in the previous session, that was in English. So basically the Maastricht Treaty, it is associated with the foundation of European Union. So which European treaty introduced the concept of free movement for EU members? And that is the Maastricht Treaty, right? Moving on, here we are discussing some international current affairs, and that are Homo julensis, a new ancient human species, was discovered in which country? And that country is China. Hokwata community is associated with which country? And that is Zimbabwe, a major African country. Which country has named the country of focus for the 55th International Film Festival of India? And that country is Australia. The Maori are indigenous Polynesian people of which country? And they are associated with the New Zealand. Basically New Zealand is separated by the Cook Strait, and there are two parts of New Zealand, the North Island and the South Island, and the Cook Strait is the boundary point between these two islands of the New Zealand. Which organizations are involved in the UN Spotlight Initiative? And that is European Union and the United Nations. What is the Harare Declaration? Harare Declaration, which was adopted at Climate and Health Africa Conference, and it is Climate Resilience and Health System, the Harare Declaration. India recently dispatched humanitarian assistance to which country in the wake of tropical storm Sara? And that country is Honduras, a major Central American country. Moving on, the next question. Karol Nawrocki has been elected as the new president of which country? And that country's answer is option number C, Poland. So recently Karol Nawrocki won Poland's presidential election with 50.89% of the votes, and he was supported by the United States President Donald Trump during the election. Overall, Poland, it's a Central European country. It shares its boundary with major 7 countries, and that are including Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Ukraine, Belarus, Lithuania and the Russia. So overall, Poland, the Central European country, and the Karol Nawrocki recently has been elected the new president of the Poland. Let's move to the next one. Here we are discussing the major appointment that was in news, and basically the data is from the May and April current affairs. Kamil Al Tayyab Idris has been appointed as the PM of which country? And basically it is Sudan. So after 2 years of civil war, finally there is a government system in Sudan, and the recent PM is Kamil Al Tayyab Idris, who has been appointed as the new chairman of UPSC, and that is Ajay Kumar, and he replaced Priti Sudan recently. Salem Saleh bin Braikus has been appointed as PM of which country? And that country is Yemen. Which institute has been appointed to lead the recently launched Pushpak National Mission on Drone Technology? And it is IIT Bombay. The current chairman of National Security Advisory Board, and that is Alok Joshi, to assist the Ajit Doval, the national advisor, who has been appointed as the 52nd Chief Justice of India, and that is Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawai after Sanjeev Khanna, and who has been appointed as the chairperson of the 23rd Law Commission of India, and that is Dinesh Maheshwari. Let's move to the next one. Pardeep Narwal, who recently announced his retirement, belongs to which sport? So a major sport personality in news just because of his retirement announcement, and that is Pardeep Narwal, and basically he is associated with the Kabaddi. So recently Pardeep Narwal, the most successful player in Pro Kabaddi League history, announced his retirement after going unsold in the PKL Season 12 auction ceremony. Basically, this 28-year-old was a key player for the Patna Pirate. So his associated team is Patna Pirate, and he led them to 3 consecutive PKL title in his 5-season run. He later played for the other teams including UP Yodhas in season 8 and also represented Bangalore Bulls. Basically there is a record for Pardeep Narwal, and that is the most raid points. So India's Pardeep Narwal has the record of most raid points of some 180 point, and recently he has announced his retirement, right? So here we are discussing the PKL, the Pro Kabaddi League. There are 11 season already has been done of the Pro Kabaddi League, and its first tournament was in some 2014. The current total number of teams that is associated with the Pro Kabaddi, and that is 12. The current champion, and that is Haryana Steelers, the first title, and the most successful team of the PKL, and that is Patna Pirates. Overall they clinched 3 titles of the PKL, and its slogan is Le Panga. Overall, when was the inaugural season of the Pro Kabaddi League? Held in 2014. And how many teams participate in PKL? And there are 12 teams associated with the PKL. Moving on, the next one. Which state government has recently amended the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act to reduce tobacco use? So a major initiative by the government, and that government is Karnataka government. So recently Karnataka government notified the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act, Karnataka Amendment Act 2024, to reduce tobacco use across the state. The amendment received presidential assent on 23 May and was published in the state gazette on 30 May. The legal age, now according to this act, the legal age to buy tobacco products has been raised from 18 to 24 year, and sale of tobacco within 100 meters of educational institutions and sale of loose cigarettes is now banned in the Karnataka state. Basically, the amendment, it is associated with the Article 47 of the Constitution of India, and that is the public health protection. So overall, ban on tobacco, and recently it is initiated by the Karnataka. Moving on, here we are discussing the other current affairs that is related with the recent ban. So the first is, which state government has banned hybrid paddy in the Pusa 44 variety to tackle groundwater depletion and environmental harm? And that is by Punjab, to tackle groundwater depletion and environmental harm. The Uttar Pradesh administration has banned the Neja Fair held in which district? And it is Sambhal district. Basically, Neja Fair, it is associated with the Mahmud Ghaznavi's commander to honor him, and that's why Uttar Pradesh banned this fair. Which country has banned the creation of central bank digital currency? And that is United States. Recently, which drug has been officially banned in India due to its toxic impact on endangered vultures? And that is nimesulide. Which country has recently banned use of WhatsApp and Google Drive? And that is Hong Kong. Which country has recently banned 156 fixed dose combination drugs? And that is India. Fixed dose combination. Which two countries have been banned from participating in Paris Olympics? And they are Russia, Belarus and the Pakistan as well. Moving on, the next one. Who defeated world chess champion Magnus Carlsen in the classical game at the Norway Chess 2025 tournament? So recently, we all know world champion, that D. Gukesh, achieved his first ever classical chess win against the former world number 1 Magnus Carlsen in round 6 of Norway Chess 2025 tournament. So basically the 19-year-old Indian, the D. Gukesh, recently won the Norway Chess 2025 tournament by defeating the Norway player, and that is Magnus Carlsen. With this win, Gukesh became only second Indian after R. Pragnananda to defeat the Carlsens in the classical chess. Basically, classical chess is a weak point for the Magnus Carlsen. It is announced by the Magnus Carlsen himself, right? Now, Gukesh holds the third spot on the Norway Chess 2025 points table with 8.5 point, right? So with this question, here we are discussing the youngest chess grandmaster in history ever. The first one is Abhimanyu Mishra. So basically Abhimanyu Mishra became the youngest grandmaster at the age of 12 years, 4 months, 25 days in 2021. Before Abhimanyu Mishra, the Sergei Karzakin from Russia previously held the record and earned the grandmaster title at 12 years, 7 months in 2002. And another youngest player from India, and that is D. Gukesh. Basically, he achieved the GM title at 12 years, 7 months, 17 days in 2019. So, there is a just general gap just of 17 days between Sergei Karzakin and the D. Gukesh. Let's move to the next one. And the next is, which city has become the first in India to include transit-oriented development zones in its 2031 master plan? So there is a 2031 master plan for a state to upgrade its infrastructure, to boost its economy and to enhance its population skills, and that is by Uttar Pradesh. So recently a district of Uttar Pradesh, that is Meerut, has become the first city in India to include transit-oriented development zones in its 2031 master plan. Basically, transit-oriented development, it means building compact, walkable communities around public transport station, and this move will boost urban growth and reduce traffic by promoting public transport use. Overall, the Meerut government is planning to create the TODs around the Namo Bharat and Meerut metro corridor, and that's why it was in news, right? Moving on, the next one. Which ministry launched the Bharat Jan multi-modal large language model at the Bharat Jan summit? And that is Ministry of Science and Technology, led by the PM, and the current Minister of State is Dr. Jitendra Singh, independent charge. So recently Dr. Jitendra Singh launched the Bharat Jan multi-modal large language model at the Bharat Jan summit. Basically, Bharat Jan, it is India's first government-funded, indigenously built, artificial intelligence-based, multi-modal large language model to enhance the India's AI capabilities and to boost the large language model efficiency within India through the Make in India initiative. Overall, it is developed under a mission, and that mission is National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System. Can you tell me in which year was it launched? And that year is 2018. And which Indian ministry oversees the NMICPS? And that is Ministry of Science and Technology, whose state minister, basically state with an independent charge, Union Minister of State, and that is Dr. Jitendra Singh. Overall, you have to remember the Bharat Jan Summit, first of its kind initiative, and basically its main objective is to boost the AI within India, to boost the multiple language technology within India by the support of major AI startups to eliminate the OpenAI and Google in India, right? So here we are discussing the other initiative, the other digital and India AI mission. So India AI mission, basically it was launched by Government of India on 7th of March 2024, aims to boost artificial intelligence development and innovation across the country. And the other one is the Digital India program, a flagship initiative launched by Government of India on 1st of July 2015. Overall, you have to remember Bharat Jam Summit, India's largest generative AI and LLM summit, and hackathon innovation in AI and language technologies, and its highlight is the multimodal large language model, right? Moving on, the next one, which country is the host of 81st annual general meeting of the International Air Transport Association? And that country is New Delhi, India. So recently, after the gap of 42 years, India is hosting the 81st annual general meeting of the IATA. And recently, the PM of India addressed the 81st AGM of IATA at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Basically, IATA was founded in 19 April 1945 in Havana, Cuba, to support safe, secure, reliable and economical air service worldwide. And the last annual general meeting of the IATA in India was held in 1983, 42 years ago. Overall, its main goal is to develop international air transport, ensure cooperation among airlines, and to improve safety and create global air traffic rules, right? And that's why, just because of the recent summit in New Delhi, it was in news. Moving on, the next one, the Kheer Bhavani festival is celebrated in which state or UT? So a major festival in news, and that is Kheer Bhavani, and it is celebrated by the Jammu and Kashmir. And basically this festival is dedicated to goddess Raganya Devi and the goddess Durga, right? So it was originally built by Maharaja Pratap Singh around 1912 and later renovated by the Maharaja Hari Singh. So the Kheer Bhavani festival, it is associated with the Jammu and Kashmir. Moving on, the next one, which state government has launched Bachpan Day Care Center to support children with special needs, and it is recently initiated by the Uttar Pradesh. The Uttar Pradesh government launched the Bachpan Day Care Centers in 26 more districts to support children with special needs. Currently, they are active in 25 districts, including all divisional headquarters and the other district like Chitrakoot, Fatehpur, Balrampur, Siddharthnagar, Chandoli in Uttar Pradesh state. So basically, the scheme is to provide early care, education and social training for differently abled children in a safe and inclusive environment, and that is Bachpan Day Care Center by the UP government. Move on, the next one, a major place in news, and that is Mount Etna volcano. So Mount Etna, that was recently seen in news due to volcanic eruption, is located in which country? And it is located in Italy and recently erupted, drawing global attention. Basically, it is the highest mountain on a Mediterranean island and the most active stratovolcano in the world. It is also recognized as the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Overall, a recent eruption in Mount Etna, and it is located in Italy. Moving on, the next one, a rare migratory bird called the Caspian gull was recently sighted in which state? So a rare migratory bird, and name is the Caspian gull, and recently sighted in the state of Kerala, right? Basically, it is a monotype large white-headed gull and is one of the rarest gulls found in India. It usually nests on flat, low-lying land near water bodies, just like rivers and lakes, and its IUCN status is least concern, and recently sighted in Kerala state. Moving on, the next one, Raigad Fort. that was recently seen in news is located in which state? So a major fort, Raigad, and it is located in the state of Maharashtra. So recently a joint excavation by the Archaeological Survey of India and the Raigad Development Authority unearthed a rare Yantraraj or astrolabe at Raigad fort, the capital of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in history. So Raigad Fort is located in Raigad district of Maharashtra in the Sahyadri mountain range and also known as the Western Ghat. Basically the Sahyadri range, also known as the Western Ghat. And just because of the ASI discovery, it was in news. The Archaeological Survey of India, the ASI. Move on to the next one. What is the lysosomal storage disorder that was recently seen in news? So basically it is a rare genetic condition causing toxic buildup in cells. Recently it is in news because despite the launch of the National Policy for Rare Diseases, the NPRD in 2021 and a financial aid program, over 300 patients, mostly children with lysosomal storage disorder, are not receiving proper medical treatment, and that's why this was in news. Basically LCDs are rare genetic disorders where harmful substances build up inside cells due to enzyme deficiency. They are caused by the mutation in the genes that produce lysosomal enzymes which help break down waste in the cells, and these diseases can severely affect organs and the quality of life. And just because of the poor and improper medical treatment, this disorder was in news. Moving on the next one, the World Bicycle Day is celebrated annually on which day? And that is 3rd of June. So basically the United Nations General Assembly declared the 3rd June as World Bicycle Day in April 2018, and recently World Bicycle Day is celebrated, and that's why this question was in news. And recently the 25th edition of Fit India Sundays on Cycle was celebrated with a special Tiranga rally in India. The rally paid tribute to Operation Sindoor and also marked the occasion of World Bicycle Day. Overall, it highlighted cycling as a symbol of unity, health and sustainability. So the date is 3rd of June as World Bicycle Day. Let's move to the next one. Which country passed a new law called the Act on the Promotion of Research, Development and Utilization of AI related technologies? And recently this is initiated by the Japan, a new law. So in May 2025, Japan passed a new law that is called the Act on the Promotion of Research, and basically this law aims to make artificial intelligence the core of Japan's digital approach, encourages coordination and voluntary responsibility instead of heavy regulation. Basically this is different from the European Union's AI Act passed in 2024. And basically the European Union law divides AI into risk levels like unacceptable and minimal, and places strict rules on high risk uses. And in contrast, Japan's flexible model reflects a major shift in global AI policy thinking. Overall, it is initiated by the Japan, a favor for AI. Move on the next one. Which two countries are involved in the trust initiative? We all know it is related with the India and the US. So recently India and the US are deepening ties through the trust framework. Here trust stands for Technology for Resilient, Open and Unified Security and Trust. And the trust framework replaces the earlier US-India initiative on critical and emerging technology, the ICET. It promotes secure, open and reliable digital cooperation with a focus on trusted technology supply chain. Overall, trust aims to boost India's role as a regional digital hub and net security provider in the Indo-Pacific. So, trust is basically between India and America. Move on the next one. Telangana Formation Day, also called Telangana Statehood Day, is celebrated every year on which day? We all know the bifurcation of 2014 between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and officially Telangana announced its separation on 2nd of June from the Andhra Pradesh state. So Telangana Formation Day is on 2nd of June. So recently It was in news just because of the 2nd June, and it comes under the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014. It was formed by dividing the northwestern part of Andhra Pradesh, and the day is marked by the cultural programs, official ceremonies across Telangana. So the date is 2nd of June and the year is 2014, the bifurcation of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Moving on, the next one, a major tiger reserve in news, and that is Amrabad, and it is located in which state? And that state is, answer is option number C, Telangana. So recently 4 men were caught using feral dogs to hunt monitor lizard in the Amrabad Tiger Reserve. Basically, Amrabad Tiger Reserve, it is located in Nagarkurnool and Nalgonda district in southern Telangana. It is the part of Nallamala forest in the eastern Ghat, and it is the India's second largest tiger reserve by the core area, right? And overall it is the part of the Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve before Andhra Pradesh and Telangana split in 2014. Overall in India there are total 58 tiger reserve, and Amravati Tiger Reserve, it is located in Telangana, right? Let's move to the next one. So with this, we are wrapping up this session. We have completed the daily 20 MCQ analysis. In case if you have any concern, then please let me know in the comment box. And if you need any PDF related with this session, please do comment, right? So talk to you in the next session. Till then, please do revision and take care. And please do not forget to answer them in the comment box.